Okay, attempting to analyze the relationship between cost and sales, the owner of a fashion shop recorded the monthly cost in thousands of dollars and the sales in millions of dollars from a sample of 15 months and completed a regression model for sales versus cost. So notice that sales is your Y and costs are X. Okay. It talks about the coefficient of determination for this data is R squared is equal to 0.3235. And then it gives you the regression equation. Your coefficient of determination is covered in chapter 12.3. And it basically is usually expressed as a percent. It's here's a decimal. And it represents the percent variation in the dependent variable, which is Y. That's that can be explained by the variation in the independent explanatory variable X using the regression line or the line of best fit or the least squares line. Okay, so it's the percent of variation that can be explained by this regression model, basically is what it's saying. So this one is a little tricky. It says what percent of the variation cells cannot be explained. So it's going to be 1 minus that. So let's pull up the TI. Because 0.3235 can be explained. What can't be explained would simply be 1 minus that. 3235. 0.6765, and they want it as a percent, so it would be 67.65. Cannot be explained. R. Okay, just, well, R is equal to the square root of R squared. Okay, so R is going to be the square root of R squared is 0.3235. Okay, now you have to be careful here because remember, if you square a negative number, it becomes positive, and if you square a positive number, it becomes positive. So you have to stop here and think, does this need to be negative or does this need to be positive? Well, all you have to do is look at your slope. Your slope is always your coefficient of X. If it's negative, then your R needs to be negative. If it's positive, then your R is positive. So what I'll have to do is, if we go down here, I'll say, well, R is negative 0.5688. We have to check that. The slope is your coefficient of X is negative 0.5521. What would be the best predicted sales for the cost of 64,000? Okay. Let's write down our regression Y hat is negative 1.6472 minus 0.5521 times X is, since it's X is in thousands, I would just simply put the 64 in here. Negative 1.6472 subtract off 0.5521 times 64. And this wants this in millions, so how many decimal places? 1. So this should be negative 36.9. Actually, to 1 decimal place, okay, you look to the right, this is going to be negative 37. And since I'll do a 0.0 here. See what it does. Okay. But I'll check boxes green. Alright, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.